As Joanne and Veronica eventually bustled in through the doors, their first task was to find the departures board. There it was, Malaga, Gate 21, on time, check-in desk 12. They joined the queue, which seemed surprisingly short, but it was a cruel illusion. It snaked backwards and forwards in front of the check-in desk, making travellers dizzy even before take-off. "We'll be here all day. There's only one person on the desk. I bet we miss our flight," snapped Joanne as she tried to count the number of people in the queue in front of them. "We won't miss the flight," reassured Veronica. "If we do, then loads of these people will too." "Oh, it makes me feel a lot better that we won't be the only one to miss the flight. By the way, please tell me you've got your passport." "Check, Jojo. And is it valid for more than 3 months after our return journey? You did check, didn't you?" Of course I did, Jojo," said Veronica nervously with her fingers crossed. There was a pause while Veronica tried to calculate the weeks left on her well-thumbed passport. "Here, let me look," Joanne demanded, snatching the passport from her cousin's hand. After a quick look, she announced exasperatedly, "You only have 14 weeks left. That's all. I told you to check when we first booked." "You said I needed 13 weeks and I have 14 weeks. What's the problem? I have an extra week to convalesce in Spain if anything happens," said Veronica defiantly. "What do you mean, if anything happens? Nothing better happen. Remember last time?" "Oh yes, I forgot. How's your leg?" winced Veronica at the memory of the retribution. "It's fine. Now, except in frosty weather. Tickets? Check. Money? Check. We're virtually there," said Veronica. "What could possibly go wrong now? It's all out of our hands and in the hands of those amazingly good-looking pilots." She nodded towards a group of blue-suited, ramrod-straight pilots, walking the length of the booking hall, surrounded by beautiful members of their cabin teams. "You can sit back now, Jojo, and relax, knowing you are being looked after by professionals. I hope we're not flying in one of those new Lockheed TriStar planes, but I suppose we can't be fussy as we've only booked economy, though I'd sooner fly on something that has 5 stars, or even just 4 stars. Joanne's eyes shut and her head went down at the thought of 2 weeks of endless chatter and annoying opinions. After talking light-heartedly to other holidaymakers as they shuffled back and forth in the zigzag queue, they eventually arrived at the check-in desk. Looking back, the queue seemed just as long as when they'd first arrived. Joanne slid her case weightlessly onto the conveyor belt alongside the check-in desk. The destination label was threaded through the handle and her designer bag glided smoothly from view. Veronica, with Joanne's help, managed to lug her bag onto the conveyor belt as soon as Joanne's had disappeared. She had done an excellent job of securing the case by winding tape around and around lengthways and widthways. She had wound tape around so many times it was difficult to tell the colour of the original case, but secure it certainly was. "Your case is £12 overweight, madam. That will be an excess baggage fee of £36, please." £36? You must be joking. "No, madam, it's £3 per pound over the weight allowance." "Well, I can't pay. That would be all my spending money for the first week." "Then you can't fly. Next." The check-in lady looked over Veronica's shoulder at the next person in the queue and beckoned them forward. "If I took a few things out, would it be okay?" asked Veronica, politely compliant. "If it was below £4 overweight, then I'd be prepared to turn a blind eye, madam." Together, Veronica and Joanne dragged the offending case across to an open area of floor space alongside the queue, where they started to undo the endless rolls of tape. The first article of clothing to come out of the half-unwound case was a thick, multicoloured jumper. "What the hell do you need this for?" asked Joanne, holding it up for inspection. "It gets cold in the evening, sitting on the beach with a suitor. I'll wear it on the plane. They aren't going to weigh me, are they?" "Just as well. You'd probably need 2 tickets. And this?" Joanne pulled out one of a pair of brand-new pink trainers. "You're going jogging?" "Put those back. I might be invited to go for a walk with someone. Look, I've got to go, Joanne. I really need the loo."